An emergency meeting of UK nations was set for today as health officials say Omicron is quickly taking over. Health experts in the UK say if current trends continue, there could be more than 1 million Omicron cases by the end of this month. And a spokesperson for British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says there are no plans so far for any further COVID measures at this time. This may have been the most dramatic and damaging week of Boris Johnson's political career. And trust me, that's saying something. On Monday, the government announced there was community transmission of the Omicron variant around England. On Tuesday, the now infamous leaked video appeared. It showed Downing Street staff joking last year about holding a holiday party while England was in a strict lockdown. Boris Johnson apologized for those jokes on Wednesday and then announced new COVID rules. Thursday brought reports of yet more holiday parties involving Mr. Johnson and staff. And oh yeah, his wife gave birth. Today, the polls show that 70% of Brits just don't believe Johnson when he says no COVID rules were broken during those parties. Giles Kenningham was head of press for Boris Johnson's predecessor, Theresa May, and he now runs Trafalgar Strategy, and he joins me. There are bad weeks, and then there's Boris Johnson's version. You can't make this up. It's stranger than fiction. Boris Johnson has had his share. I mean, I just have to remind people, right? He's been through Brexit. He's been through COVID. He was in ICU with COVID last year. But it's just been an incredible week. I feel like cueing the Monty Python skit, except that it's not funny, right? This loss of confidence in his government is serious as it goes to public health. I mean, how would you characterize where he stands now as the leader of the UK?
I know it's a cliche, isn't it, that a week is a long time in politics, but certainly for him, and you see this, often with the commentariat, they come up with, oh, it's been his worst week ever. This certainly, I think, has been the worst week of his premiership, but also potentially for him, a tipping point, a defining point where potentially people are now saying this is the beginning of the end. Now, not to overstate that, I don't think it's going to be happening necessarily anytime soon, but the halo and the shine has certainly come off him. And Boris has a very transactional relationship with the Conservative Party. The Conservative Party will have no compunction about getting rid of him, I think, if this carries on for another 3 or 4 months. What is helping him stay in place? There is really no opposition in this country. The Labour Party are not really at the races. They're not very good. They haven't got a leader which is electable. And there isn't at the moment an anointed one within the Tory party where everyone's saying that should be the next leader. But this is a story for him which is going to continue to run and run. There's huge question marks about the number of parties which were held in Downing Street at the height of the COVID lockdown last year. And as we also understand it, there is more footage of his former press secretary saying stuff which apparently is off message, which is speculation. We may see some more of this footage appearing over the weekend in the Sunday newspapers here.
Yeah, so more to come. I have to ask you, having been in this role before with Theresa May, what's the tipping point for his party to force him to resign? The Tories won because of Johnson's popularity, and this is a guy you'd have to admit has seemed soaked in Teflon.
Yeah, I mean, he is an election winner. I think the real difference here is he's a good campaigner, right? But he's not necessarily good at governing and running the country. So far, we've not seen really any sense or evidence that he's good at running the country. You're right. A lot of Tory Conservative MPs owe their seats to him. And so there is this kind of paradox here. You've got all these MPs who've got a sense of residual loyalty to him, but at the same time, be looking at it now going, right, he helped me win my seat, but he could also help me lose my seat and I'll be out of a job soon. So I think, yeah, there is that problem. And also there's kind of this, I always think in the UK politics is this rule of 10, that someone could be around for about 10 years, but you have a shelf life and that's it. Now, Tony Blair was around for 10 years. David Cameron was leader of the Conservative Party for 10 years. Boris Johnson, you have to remember, has been mayor of London for 8 years. He's been in the sort of mainstream political arena for longer than that. And, potentially the shine is coming off him. So, yeah.
Interesting perspective there. I want to ask you as well, though, that, at this hour, they still have to iron out Brexit, right? There are serious negotiations going on. They're saying that this new variant could take over in the UK by the end of the month. At what point do these scandals put the UK economy at significant risk?
Of course, all this uncertainty can't be a good thing. We're also battling inflation here. Speculation that interest rates are going to go up. I think with this new variant, there's a lot of unknowns about it. It's certainly spreading fast. How dangerous and deadly it is, scientists still don't know. But there's a wider problem here is that the UK has been through 2 or 3 lockdowns. When you have stories emerging of Downing Street flouting lockdowns, saying to the public, don't have parties, don't go out, and then doing the absolute opposite themselves, the government is going to struggle to get people to lock down again or to comply to certain behaviour. And what they've said to people is from Monday, where possible, work from home, basically avoid parties if possible. But everything that I'm seeing is a lot of people just like saying, well, I want to continue going to work. I'm not locking down again. And quite frankly, why should I when they can't even do it themselves?
Yeah, and this is what I mean, that it's a huge liability for public health when this is seen to be happening. And if we hear you correct, Giles, buckle up, stay tuned, more to come on the weekend. We thank you for your analysis there and have a good one.
Go.
Okay.
You too.
Thanks, Giles.